Today we're going to be looking at a really small Mario plushie, but also an extremely rare one. As the Mario plushie that we're going to be looking at today only has two plushes, but they're both really obscure and not that many people know about them. So yeah, with that said, welcome to a look at the Ofuroppi Mario plush set. Starting off with the first plush in the set, we have the Mario. Now for the face on this plush, the mustache and eyebrows are made out of a felt material and they're only glued onto the face, so they could technically fall off. But I've never seen this happen on these plushes before, as they seem to actually be pretty well glued on. And while the eyes on this plush are made out of a plastic material, so they could get chipped pretty easily. And while the hat looks pretty nice, and the emblem's once again made out of a felt material, so once again could get damaged just like the mustache and eyebrows. And while for the body of the Mario plush, it looks pretty strange, as though the style of this Mario plush just looks really weird. As though his arms are just really short and he basically doesn't even have legs. As though instead of having legs, he just looks like he has little stubs on the bottom of his body, and it looks really weird. So yeah, this definitely has to be one of the stranger looking Mario plushes I've ever seen, mainly just because this plush basically has no legs, and the arms are just really short and they don't have any stuffing in them. And while for the overalls, the buttons could fall off because they're only glued on and they're made out of a felt material. And while this plush does look really weird, but there's one thing that actually makes it really unique. And that's because the main gimmick of this says that if you put these plushes in hot water, they actually will change color. So yeah, if you put these plushes in any sort of hot water, the colors will just get a lot more vibrant and they will just look a lot better. Which is actually a really unique thing for a Mario plush set to do, but I sadly have no pictures of it going in the hot water, so doing that could potentially damage the plush, meaning that not a lot of people are willing to take that risk, as though this plush is extremely rare and sells for a lot of money. As though putting this plush in water could potentially damage materials like felt, so yeah, not a lot of people are willing to take that risk, especially because this plush is extremely rare. But if you did decide to buy this plush and put it in water, it would actually change color, but only if it's in hot water. So yeah, it's a really unique concept for a Mario plush, but the reason why these plushes are so rare is, well, they didn't really sell too well. And well, that's not really that much of a surprise, as well, since the reason these plushes were made were really strange, and also just in general they look really weird, not a lot of people bought them. So yeah, now these plushes are actually really hard to find, and they also came in bags, so the bagged versions are even rarer. But yeah, if you want to buy the normal plush outside of the bag, you will have to pay around $150, and you can find it on eBay or Yahoo Japan, but the in-bag versions just sell for like over $200. So yeah, overall, this plush is just really expensive no matter what condition you buy it in. And moving on to the next plush, we have the Yoshi. Now, the eyes on this plush are made out of a plastic material, so they could get chipped and damaged, and the nose could also fall off because it's only glued on. And while for the shape of the face, they did a pretty good job with it, and the cheeks are actually a bit stuffed just to give it a bit more detail, and it looks pretty nice. And while just like Mario, this Yoshi Plush basically has no legs and no arms. As once again, Yoshi doesn't even really have legs, he just kind of has shoes on the bottom of him, and his arms are just really short, so it ends up kind of making the plush look weird. And while the spikes on the back of Yoshi's head could get damaged, as though they're made out of a felt material and they could get bent. They also go much further down than his head as well, but kind of goes down to almost the shell, so yeah, for some reason they just go down really far, which they're not supposed to do. And while the shell in this plush could also get damaged, because once again it's made out of a felt material and it's only glued onto the body, so it could get damaged. But yeah, just like the Mario plush, if you put him in hot water, he'll actually change color and turn to be a much more vibrant green color. Which is why the green on this plush just looks like really weird, as well, but it's supposed to be a vibrant green color when you put him in water, but since basically no one did that, Yoshi just kind of always looks weird, as well, he just has a really weird shade of green. And well, once again, not a lot of people are willing to do that, as well, they could damage the plush and the materials like the felt material. And while putting this plush in water will also ruin the tags on it, which is another reason why people don't do that. But yeah, this plush is actually a bit more rare than the Mario plush, but I've just seen it a lot less. And while he does sell for a similar price though, being around $150 outside of the bag, and being sold for around $200 when he's inside of the bag. But prices do seem to vary a lot more with Yoshi as well, but it just kind of matters on the seller as well. I've seen some for a lot cheaper and also a lot more expensive. So it seems that the price of Yoshi just kind of varies more depending on which seller you buy him from. But yeah, even though this is a really small Mario plush set that only has 2 plushes in it, it still is really unique and it's just a really cool concept. But sadly, because these plushes didn't sell well, they've become extremely rare and are basically impossible to get unless you're willing to spend a lot of money and also to wait a lot of time for them to show up. As well, there's very few for sale on eBay at the moment, so if you want them, you will have to pay a lot of money for them, and also there's barely any to choose from. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like and subscribe and comment down below which of these 2 plushes is your favorite, and yeah, have a great day.